What if I told you that there is a 10-second habit that could completely change how your dog sees you, not just in training but also in your everyday life? That by doing something ridiculously simple, you could unlock a whole new level of engagement, clarity, and focus in your relationship with your dog. This isn't a gimmick, and it's not some magic command either. It's about using training rituals, a concept that once understood and applied changes everything. Most people train their dogs with random bursts of attention, unclear transitions, and inconsistent expectations. And then they wonder why the dog doesn't stay focused or tunes them out when it really matters. But imagine if your dog knew, without question, when it was time to tune into you and when it was time to relax and ignore you. That clarity is not just helpful, it's essential, because dogs can't stay fully attentive forever. They burn out, they drift, and if you don't give them a clear signal for we are on and we are off now, they start making those decisions by themselves. And that's where everything starts to fall apart in training. A well-timed, consistent ritual can serve as the on switch for your dog's drive and focus, but then, just as importantly, for the off switch as well once the work has been done. These rituals can be verbal cues like asking "Are you ready?" with a certain tone, or they can be visual cues like a hand gesture or a particular body movement. The form matters less than the function, which is to tell the dog now it's time to engage with me, and later now it's time to relax. This type of clarity is powerful not just in obedience training where precision and intensity matter, but also in everyday situations and even in solving behavioral issues. Think about reactivity. If a dog becomes triggered by another dog or a person, and I have built a high-value ritual that means pay attention to me, I can redirect that energy away from the trigger and into engagement. I present myself as the most compelling alternative to whatever would normally steal the dog's focus. Of course, I have to be interesting for the dog as well, but that's a topic for another day. Now here's where it gets practical, and also where many people go wrong. Because in first place, if you want your rituals to mean something, you have to pay close attention to respecting them all the time. That means not using them randomly or inconsistently. If I say "Are you ready?" and then don't follow up with real engagement, the dog will learn very quickly that the phrase means nothing. Over time, it just becomes noise. A ritual gains its power from consistency and follow-through. Now second, and this is big, don't make your equipment the ritual. If every time you hang the treat pouch on your belt the dog lights up, that might feel great until the day you hang that pouch in a context where you don't want that level of activation. Now the dog is turned on when you need him calm. Or worse, if the pouch isn't there, the dog doesn't turn on at all. Because the ritual wasn't a cue from you, it was a reaction to the gear. That's why the ritual should be internal, something you own, not something tied to a tool you might not always have on you. It needs to be transportable, something you can do in your living room, in a field, or in a crowded street. It should be from your tone, your timing, your body language, not your equipment. In practice, this might look like a simple two-part ritual. For example, what I like to do with my dog is asking "Are you ready?" with an excited tone and then asking for a spin once or twice and getting into the work. Now the dog knows, this is go time, we work, we train, we play. And when I want to disengage, I slow my movement, bring my voice down and calmly say enough. The first few times it means nothing, but with repetition the dog starts to associate "Are you ready?" with engagement and on the other hand enough with winding down. This is the start of a more reliable dog, one who understands when to be on and when to be off. Not just a dog that can bring energy, but one that knows when it's expected to. So this 10-second habit, this ritual, isn't about hype. It's about clarity, it's about structure. It's about giving the dog something consistent to lean on in a world that from their point of view is often unpredictable. It allows you to be a better communicator, a better leader, and ultimately a more reliable partner in your dog's life. Start building it today. Pick a phrase, pick a gesture, be consistent, and honor what you create. Your dog will thank you not with words but with attention, trust and performance that only comes when they truly know what's expected. That's the power of a good ritual. That's how you change the way your dog sees you in situations like this. Now if you found this helpful, consider subscribing for more insights into the art and science of training dogs. I will see you in the next one.